Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We're back with another one, guys. So let's go and jump right into it. Before we do, watch out for spam in the comments down below. Join VIP if you want to be alerted on hot stock picks. Made 100% on Carvana today, guys. Not too shabby, But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So as we know, you can tell by the title, guys. Focus on one thing. Focus on one thing. See, a lot of people is being distracted more now than ever. Even though now is a time to be able to run up a bag more faster than ever because you're able to acquire a skill or learn something in a short period of time due to the fact of the abundance of information that's surrounding each niche and different field that there is to get in, whether it's real estate, selling cars, flipping houses, flipping couches, whatever it is, flipping dogs, starting your own box truck company, and I'm loving how I'm just throwing out these different things because I could throw different ideas at you guys while we're talking about it. But, you basically get the memo with that. You easily could find out whatever it is that you want to find out on the internet. You get what I'm saying, guys? The information is there. But it's more harder now because whenever it was just, information about a few different fields, it narrowed it down to make you choose one of those which the information was surrounding. But now it's information about everything that you want to start and do. You could find abundance of information, and that kind of, drowns you out. It kind of blurs your vision because you looking at that, you looking at this, looking at that, you like, dang, I want to do this, but I could do that. It's so much to do, and we don't really know what exactly where we should start, what should we do. And you may say, hey, what? Yeah, you say stick to one thing and do it, but how do I even figure out what that one thing is? So a lot of people don't know how to figure out what the one thing is because, they'll put too much into one thing. Because that's also, you got to back up and first figure out how to discover that one thing that you need to put all your time and energy in. Because I'm not just going to go big on something that I kind of feel like I could do it and do good at it or whatnot. And then a few years down the line, it turns out not to be what I expected to be. And I done invested too much time and energy in it. So what I would do is just my remedy. This could be, I'm not saying the stuff that I say is 100% correct. I'm just saying the things that work for me, right? So, right, we all are different. But anyway, something that worked for me was basically looking at myself as a scientist. Always, experimenting. But every time I do a new experiment, I always look at the outcome, the odds, the risk, the reward. I'm always breaking it all the way down and keeping things as simple as possible. Because I say simplicity has been key to my life, and I continue want to forever be simple. Even once, millions of dollars start coming around, or however, much, whatever level of success that we reach, we want to make sure we keep things simple. Simplicity is key, guys. And so what I did though, and what I would, what I would advise, or not really advise because it's not financial advice or anything, but I'm just telling you what I did. But one of the major key takeaways before you find that one thing to really focus on and go hard and put everything into it, what you want to do is experiment and be a scientist. But as you experiment, you want to do baby projects that's not costing you much of a startup. It's not costing you much, attention and time at the beginning, and it's not costing you much money as well. So that way, if it don't go as planned, you could figure it out early on. You need to work fast, work quick, find out what works and what doesn't, so you won't have to wait 1, 2, 3 years finding out what's going to be the thing for you when you could easily start small and scale up. But by you starting small, you're going to be able to know, because there's multiple things that goes into play, or whether we should stick to something and really dumb down. Because it ain't all about just, one thing. It could be things like, do you actually enjoy it? Like, it could be, you could be, doing something that you don't really enjoy doing, or dreadful getting up, and later on you're going to end up quitting anyway. So it's like, why put all your time and energy in that and try to build an empire, something that's going to last forever, if one day you're going to, give it up because you're not going to feel like really doing it. So you actually want to find, experiment around, find exactly what you actually like, what pays good money, and what actually something you'll be grateful and joyful, and you could beat the alarm clock every morning to get up to do whatever it is that you like to do, right? So that's what you want to look for. That's what you want to search for, guys. And like I say, just experimenting around, finding out what works. And once you find out what works, you definitely want to double down, triple down, quadruple down on that, and focus only on that. I know I'm not telling you guys that's all you got to do for the rest of your life, is just have one business or one thing that you're doing to make you income. What I'm saying is you need to focus down and dumb down so hard on something to where it's producing you at least six, depending on where you at. It could be 5,000, 6,000 in my area, but in the other areas, bigger areas like California, bigger cities where the cost of living is higher, you want to dumb down, work on that, whatever you're working on, until you're making at least $10,000 a month before, and you need to put that on autopilot before you move over and start building up another thing, guys. And I really would say take it all the way there. You really want to dumb down, depending on how hard you're trying to go, what your goals are. You really want to double down on that one thing. And in my area, you make 10,000, or if you're in California area, you want to be making 20,000 a month off that business or whatever it is that side hustle that you start to do before you move along to the next, guys. What a lot of people do is they produce a couple $100, $1,000 or two, and they already be moving on to the next without fully, seeing the baby that they, the baby is the project that they nurturing, that they coming up with the endeavor, not seeing that fully develop. So you already know, guys, like I say, focus down, dumb down on that one thing first, and then that one thing could leave outlets and open doors to many other revenue streams. But you got to go hard on that one thing first, guys, because whenever you put all your time, energy, focus into one thing, it has no choice but to prosper. And especially if you're doing everything else right. You get what I'm saying? And of course, you want to make mistakes and stuff. When I say doing everything right, that doesn't mean perfect. That could scare some people. That just means doing everything that you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. We all know what we're supposed to do, because we feel bad whenever we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So you already know, man. I love y'all. Watch out for the spam. Get in the VIP. Do whatever you got to do. We out. God bless you.